Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakar Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect of the nation of Israel, starting with the 144,000, which will be the ruling governing body in the kingdom of heaven, right? And you also have the large multitude of believers, a lot of the 1/3, which will be men, women, and children that will be saved on this side. 2/3 of our people will be destroyed here in America. You also have the rebels that will be destroyed as well, that are scattered abroad. And you have the believers that will be saved, that will be scattered abroad. Of you Israelites, of you tribes, who the world willingly and ignorantly still calls black, Hispanic, Native American, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Jamaican, Haitian, Guatemalans, the Panamanians. Those are the Israelites, always have been and always will be, contrary to popular belief that we are not Israelites. I'm your brother Yeremiah, can make y'all with a quick lesson. As y'all can see, I have an article from End Time Headlines. It says, millions of Americans told to keep windows shut as toxic chemicals spark air quality emergency. That's why we gotta get the hell up out of here, man. This is Matthew 24. I'm gonna just get straight to it. In verse 22, it says, "And except those days should be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened." You know, because of shit like this, you know, you can't even be outside. You literally can't have fresh air because of the shit that this man's doing. But he tries to blame it on climate change and, you know, shit just happening. Shit ain't just happening on accident, man. You know, you devils is doing shit, you know. That's why we want Yahweh to come and destroy this man. You know, the earth ain't gonna be at peace, you know, until this devil's taken down. You know, the scriptures literally say that. I believe it's in what is it, in Isaiah 14? Where it says that? Let me see. So it's Isaiah 14. It's just talking about basically the downfall, pretty much, of Esau. It's Isaiah 14. I'm gonna start at verse 4. It says, Isaiah 14 and verse 4 says, "Thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, How hath the oppressor seized the golden city," which is Babylon, America, and the king is Esau, right? "The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked, that's soon to come, and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruleth the nations in anger, is persecuted and none hinder." So this man is about to go through it. He's about to be in captivity, literally, under the Israelites, right? And when that happens, it says, "The whole earth is at rest and is quiet, and they break forth into singing." Right? That ain't just talking about the people, right? The other nations, they're gonna be happy when this devil gets taken out of power, even though they gonna get judged too. You know, you so-called Chinese, so-called Indians, because they had a part in our slavery, our downfall. That's the Israelites. But, you know, that's ain't what this video is about, but it's about mainly this Edomite going down. Like I said, you nations too, but mainly Esau is ruling and causing all the hell. Right? It says, verse 8, it says, here's the point. "Yea, the fir trees shall rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fellow has come up against us." You see that? So even the trees, the plants, you know, the ecosystem is going to rejoice. If we can't enjoy the air, the plants and everything that you see, they need air too. Ain't no way they fully developing the way they're supposed to. You know, I ain't no doctor, or not a doctor, but I ain't no so-called nature expert. But, you know, I mean, I do remember some stuff, you know, growing up. They need oxygen, they need fresh air too. You know, but this proves this devil, he gotta go. He gotta go. This man, everything he puts his hand to, he destroys it, man. You know, he adds no value to anything. Right? This is Proverbs 29 and 1, I believe. 29 and 2 says, "When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn." You see that? People are mourning. Right? You know, you got people probably actually Doing this, it says wildfires raging across Canada have sent plumes of toxic smoke southward, prompting air quality alerts in multiple U.S. states. You see that? So this ain't the whole, so-called United States, the whole Babylon, but in certain states. But this devil, man, there's countless amounts of evidence of this devil. He got lasers. This devil got the technology to cause fires, and you can't even tell where it came from. You don't think it's him. So we know this past couple of years wildfires been happening like crazy, and there ain't been no normal wildfires. So, this devil got to be taken out. We can't live life normally. It's never been normal. Even before we knew it was Israelites, it was never normal for us to just be here in Babylon and be subject to this man. The Lord didn't create us to be subject to this man. He wasn't supposed to rule forever. It's temporary, right? Which the Lord predestined everything that's happening right now. But like I said, it ain't gonna last forever. This is Isaiah 46:10, and the reason says, declaring that the end from the beginning, from the ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. You see that? So the Lord set up everything. The Lord got everything happening the way it's happening for a reason. But He's gonna still destroy you devils, because He's using y'all to cause destruction. And you devils, you ain't gonna stop. Shit, if it was up to them, they would go as far as to where they would damn near kill it. They damn near kill their own self. That's why we hoping and praying for Yahweh Shemel Shai's return. We hastening that day, man. And it ain't even Jacob's trouble yet. The Lord's gonna really let this man loose. He's doing it now, but it's really gonna be even worse. Right? This man, he's a violent man. Let me get that scripture. Right? Let me see. I believe that's in I believe that's in Psalms 140, verse 144. Let me see. So it's just verse 4. It's Psalms 140, verse 4. It says, keep me, O Lord, from the hands of the wicked, right? Preserve me from the violent man, who have purpose to overthrow my goings. That's this man. Whatever he's doing on the earth, when it's destruction, he's purposely doing that. He didn't do it on accident. And he's aiming for the Israelites, but you killing everybody else in the process. That's how much this man just does not give a fuck. He has to be taken out, man. Hey man, may Yahweh Shemel Shai come soon, man. We want to get the hell up out of here. Eat, clean food, that's actually not tainted at all or touched by man. Breathe fresh air. I'll be thinking about some stuff sometimes, about brothers that may have breathing problems or something. In the kingdom, there's probably those things, they ain't gonna exist, because we're gonna be a new body, so they ain't gonna exist at all. Ain't no diseases probably for the nations, because they not gonna have immortality, but it ain't gonna exist for the Israelites, man. But I just wanted to do a quick video on this, man. Hey, pray that the Lord makes these days come faster, man, because they are happening, things are moving. But pray that they come even faster. So I'm going to close out. I hope this video was edifying. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak. Double honors to the elders, boss and great millstone. Till next time, I want to say, Abba, Shalom.